Call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Here.
Darby,
Here.
Geary,
Here.
McMullen, Mayor Bedine.
Here. Any changes to the agenda? Okay, seeing none, I'll go to the proclamation for the U.S. Fair Housing Law. Whereas April 11th, 2022 marks the 54th anniversary of the passage of the U.S. Fair Housing Law, Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 as amended, which enunciated a national policy of fair housing without regard to race, color, creed, national origin, sex, familiar status, and handicap, and encourages fair housing opportunities for all citizens. And whereas the city of Streator, Illinois, as well as the Illini Valley Association of Realtors are committed to highlight the fair housing law, Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 by continuing to address discrimination in our community, to support programs that will educate the public about the right to equal housing opportunities, and to plan partnership efforts with other organizations to help assure every American of their right to fair housing. Now therefore, I, Tara Bedine, Mayor of the City of Streator, do hereby resolve that April 2022, being Fair Housing Month, beginning a year-long commemoration of the U.S. Fair Housing Law, and urge all citizens to wholeheartedly recognize the celebration throughout the year. Okay. We'll move on to, we'll go to public comment. If there's any comments for council, you can go to the podium and you have a 3-minute time limit. All right, I'm seeing none. We'll move to new business. Item 1, ordinance 2022-07, an ordinance declaring surplus revenue in the Streator South Industrial Special Tax Allocation Fund and authorizing payment of that surplus revenue to the Livingston County Treasurer for distribution to affected taxing districts on a prorated basis for tax year 2020 payable 2021.
So moved.
Okay, a motion by Brian and second by Tim. Any discussion? We did this last month, I believe, with the other tips. It was just a continuation. Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Geary,
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 2, resolution 2022-10, resolution appropriating $23,000 of supplemental MFT funds in connection with roadway maintenance projects for fiscal year 2022 for the maintenance of streets and highways by the city of Streator under the provisions of the Illinois Highway Code. You get a motion and second.
Second.
Okay, motion by Tim and second by Jacob. Any discussion? You want to go through another annual item we do?
Yes. Thank you. Basically, the comments will be the same for items 2, 3, and 4. Item 2 is ahead of items 3 and 4 because you need to appropriate the money before you go to award the contracts under 3 and 4. So basically, in my staff memo there, you basically see that we tried to bid an oil supply contract and a trucking of stone contract after gas prices jumped to $4. So prices of course went up. So you'd appropriated money in December for the supply of that oil and aggregate for public works. And unfortunately, we're going to need another $23,000 MFT funds. Public Works Director Larry will do his best to keep that. If we don't need to use all that oil and stone, we won't. But in order for IDOT to approve the expenditures of these next 2 resolutions, you got to appropriate additional funds. So that's what it is.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Geary,
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 3, Resolution 2022-11, awarding a construction contract to Asphalt Sales Company, Jacksonville, Illinois, for emulsified oil to be used in conjunction with maintenance of streets and highways by the city of Streator under the provisions of the Illinois Highway Code.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Brian and second by Jacob. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 4, excuse me, Resolution 2022-12, approving an award of supply contract to Opperman Construction, Pontiac, Illinois, for aggregate materials to be used in conjunction with maintenance of streets and alleys by the city of Streator under the provisions of the Illinois Highway Code. Need a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Brian and second by Tim. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 5, motion to receive and place on file bids received on Thursday, March 10th, 2022 for a planned sewer lining project at the sewer plant. Can I get a motion and second, please?
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Brian and second by Jacob. Any discussion?
Thank you. Again, this is another bid we had last week. This was for planned maintenance at the sewer plant to line the effluent outfall pipe. It's a concrete pipe that's showing some age. It's been in there for about 30 years now, so yeah, it needed to be lined. It's planned maintenance. It's not emergency work. The bid says in my memo came in high, again related to the inflationary costs. So since it's not emergency work, we're recommending that you basically receive and place and file and take no action on these bids. And then we'll kind of hope to see how the year progresses and maybe rebid at a later date or move it into next year's budget, so.
With that being said, if we don't do it now, what's the window frame that you actually want to get it done by?
So, we could hold it till next year. It's not emergency work, it's just something that we were planning on doing down there. Wastewater is of course very corrosive and it's just something that needs to be done, but it's not an imminent need.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Beat.
Aye. Okay, item 6, resolution 2022-13, resolution in support and leverage of the city of Streator for a proposed USDA grant project at the Streator Incubator, counties of LaSalle and Livingston.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Brian and second by Jacob. Any discussion? Okay. You wanna go over?
Well, I can just give you
Update on
a
the
brief
fund?
background. As you know, the city has a grant with another federal agency for establishing a maker's lab at the incubator. This grant would help support that effort, although it's independent and reviewed separately, to help provide management support. So there's no reason not to go after it. We have achieved round 2 review under our first grant, and so it's more likely that it's going to be funded than perhaps earlier in this process. So. I should also note that I had lunch yesterday with plant manager over at Factor, and I informed him of the grant application. He thought that the facility might have some value to his company and other companies in the area when they develop prototype designs of products. So as we proceed further, I hope to be able to bring in representatives of local industries to make sure that we're going to be able to meet their needs.
This has been, I mean, through COVID and everything, the incubator's been able to continue running. I think Brian, we were on the council when we took the building over and everything, and put the board in place. So it is, I think a maker's lab is very exciting. to be able to pursue and have 3D printing equipment available for rental for people that are looking to use that. And yeah, manufacturers and or other places that want to use prototypes is another good example of it, as well as the commercial kitchen. So it's a good asset to our community, and it'd be nice to try to expand some of the offerings down there. If there's no other discussion, will clerk call the roll, please?
Crouch.
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Pete.
Aye. Alright, item 7, resolution 2022-14. The resolution authorizing participation in the 2022 ComEd Green Region Program for the Central Park Lighting and Security Project in the city of Streator, LaSalle, and Livingston counties. Need a motion and second, please.
Moved.
Second.
A motion by Tim and second by Jacob. Any discussion on this one? This is, we had updated Central Park with that new playground and everything last year. And I said this is, I believe something Ellen Vogel helped us with Live All Streator. So she brought the grant to the city, so thanks to her for helping out on that one. Well, if you have anything to update, or you've been working on it, Jeremy?
It'll install new lighting and security cameras at Central Park if we receive the grant.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Pete.
Aye. Okay, item 8, a motion to approve a 1-day liquor license permit for a fundraiser event to be held at St. Michael's Catholic School on Saturday, May 14, 2022, from 5 to 10 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Brian and second by Tim or Jacob, would you guys know? Whoever.
Jacob.
For Jacob.
Yes.
You've got 4 in a row. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Pete.
Aye. Okay, item 9, resolution 2025-15, authorizing the execution of an agreement between the city of Streator, Illinois, and the AFSCME Local 1592 for a 4-year contract for the period beginning October 1st, 2021, and ending September 30th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Brian and second by Jacob. Any discussion? Dave, if you want to give another summary, this is our final contract that we'll have for a while.
Well, this is the last of 4 union contracts that we had updated this year. It provides, like the other contracts, a 2.5% increase for employees at the upper end of the pay schedule. We have a lot of employees at the lower end that are recent hire or have always been at the lower end. And because of the changes in Illinois minimum wage, we're over time going to be moving that group up just at the same rate as the minimum wage. So we can keep that parity with minimum wage. Other than that, we also are increasing the number of hours from 60 to 80 hours that an employee can carry in their compensatory time bank. That's when they work overtime, and instead of taking cash payments, they can take time off later. A lot of our younger employees haven't built up vacation time, so this is a great opportunity for them to do that.
Okay, any other discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Pete.
Aye. Item 10, consent agenda. Request a motion and second to approve the consent agenda with a fund warrant total of $913,477.49.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Tim and second by Jacob. Any discussion? Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Pete.
Aye. Any city official comments? I'll start, we'll do this way. Tim, do you have anything?
Actually, no. That's gotta be a first.
Brian?
Just warmer weather, watch out for motorcycles. They're out.
They are. Anything?
Not yet, I'm still
That's
kind
why I
of
picked you
learning.
as last team, so you give a chance.
At least I said I on the roll call.
Okay, but I just want to mention we've got new council members, there is an economic interest statement that you'll probably receive soon. It's a yellow piece of paper from the county, that you'll need to file each year. So you'll be receiving that in the mail. So make sure you fill that out, and if you have questions on what everything means, there's some training on it.
Mayor Bedine?
Yeah,
Jacob probably will not get one. These are for people that
that have
served
already been on, okay.
2021. You'll get one next
We'll
year.
get another one, because I did return one already.
Did you? Okay.
Okay,
But
then
that
you're
was-
We
good.
wanted to make sure,
That was
because
last
they've
year.
been going.
Yeah, you'll get one, you get
You
one.
get one every year,
Because,
so you wanna make sure we're
yeah, they really
following the.
threatened that.
You find them, you don't serve it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Different levels.
Per
You have to
day.
fill it out.
Okay, I'll look out for you.
If you
Yeah,
ask, you
they-
get one,
they
they'll have
really got this.
questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Enjoy this nice little snippet of spring, and,
Winter's coming back this Saturday.
I know, this is the false spring.
The second fall spring.
Yeah. Alright, I'll request a motion and second to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Alright, motion by Brian and second by Jacob.
Now
Clerk,
exiting.
call the roll, please.
Crouch,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
and Mayor Bedine.
Aye.